Welcome to the channel. Hope everyone is doing well today. We are going to be working on the Tirpitz. I'm just trying to make sure everything is working well. So let us get started. Well, you know it's a stream when JD Rose is the first one in it, so welcome. Welcome to the stream. I don't know how many people we're going to get today. It's a little last minute on the notifications on it. I basically tell people I'm live in about 5 minutes, so maybe some people get in here in a little bit, but again, we are going to just go right into the camera. And as I said in the description of the video, I hope was spelled correctly, we're working on the Tirpitz, the Lindbergh model, the bargain buy. So in the last live stream, we talked about many different things regarding YouTube, and we worked on this. We did 7, 8, and 9, and we have the deck is now glued on here. I'm going to take off all these rubber bands. Cut that one. So the worst part about rubber bands is that you got to take them off. So, and we'll put those over there. So as we talked about last time, I got this glued together. There's a little bit overhangs on this. Really, it's not the best fit in the world, but it could be sanded smooth. All these ridges could be taken out and filled, and this could be a nice great joint, and you paint it up and things like that. I might actually get into one of the best ways to do that in a future video on this, just so I can show you guys a technique of getting this all perfectly smooth and not losing very much of the detail, and maybe putting some of that detail back in. But if that's something you guys want to see in a video in the future, you guys let me know, and I will do an advanced technique video for those 14 and up. So we are working on step 10, which is going to be some turrets, some medium gun turrets, some of the little gun turrets, some 10.5 centimeter twin mount guns, and got some more lifeboats to make. Looks like 4 lifeboats to make. So we'll do those first. Well, actually, it's telling us for number 1 step is to put the piece of the superstructure onto this model. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. I just have to grab them. So grab both of the superstructures, the islands. Grab both the islands here, and we got this island and this island. We don't need this one right now. What we do need is this one, which is what it appears. So this is gonna go here, ready to go. Alright. There. Oh, let's not lose it. Let's not lose it. Alright guys, let's see here. Wow, there's a lot of play in that. A lot of play in that. This is going to be a tricky one. So, what am I going to do? So, let's just take a minute look at what we have. I believe I am going to brush some of this Mr. Cement Deluxe on the underside and stick it on that way. So let's do that. And you know what? I just noticed I have a little piece of high spot right here. Just gonna cut that off of there like that. Yeah, there's a burr going all the way across the bottom of this thing. So remember, guys, utmost important if you're using a scalpel in a situation like this, to make sure it's sharp and be careful. Just all I can say is be careful. Don't force it. Just, you know, plastic's very soft, your scalpel very sharp. Just take it easy. Don't go anything crazy. Just like that. And I can even take a flat file and just do this right here. Just to make sure it's nice and flat. Now, that was probably excruciating loud. Sorry about that. Alright, now we can put the glue on there and hopefully get it all on there before it dries. So, just put the glue on here like so. And then we're going to stick it down quickly. I got my finger in it. That's normal. It's not a model until you put your thumb in it, guys. And you know you're modeling right there. And then you put your thumbprint on the bottom. So there you go, guys. That's how you model. You put your thumbprint and everything. It's a Crazy Gamer special. You put your thumbprint in it. And then if you give it to somebody as a gift, you can always prove you made it because your thumbprint is in there for a record. So years later, they could be like, who made this model? Oh, wait, there's a thumbprint. Let's check out who made it. And then you got the proof right there. So if I was doing this as a finished, you know, more approached finished model with paint and, you know, more detail, and if it was a better quality kit, I would have put bracing across the underside of the lower hull, and this would have taken away this bounce that is preventing me from pushing this down to stick onto this area. But if you have an issue like this, how this is not sticking right there, just like that, just hold it down gently for a second. Just get a hold it for a second. Don't push too hard because you're gonna sink in the ship, and then it's gonna want to move on there when you mess with it. So I'm just gonna hold it down, blow on it a little bit, get some strings off. So, hey, love buddies, how you doing? It's good to see you. I missed you in the last couple streams, or at least the last one, I think it was. So, according to the new guidelines, I believe I solved my issues. I'm not going to make any changes to my channel. I'm going to label it not for kids, and I'm disabling any ads in the future. So there will be no ads ever ran on my channel. So if you want to support the channel, help the channel grow, you know, there's other means to do that through, say, Patreon, or, you know, other avenues that I will pursue, and it'll just be a non-commercial channel, and I won't be in violation of any kind of laws or regulations. So that's going to be that in the future of that. So, you know, all that good stuff. Links in the descriptions on how to support me. So use other social media platforms that don't collect data, and like my Patreon page, it doesn't. I don't have any data collection on there, so it doesn't. I don't have to worry about that. So we have one. Just to put that on there. It also says 3. Oh, that's step 3. I don't know. That's confusing. All right, let's do these. Let's do these boats. We need 4 boats. So let's get these boats going. We built the boats before. So use my Tamiya cutters here. Come in just a little bit. Make these boats. All right, so I need 4 of these. So yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's been. Let me tell you, it's been something. But I think with not just not having the channel make any money is the easiest thing out there, in which it doesn't really make any money now, but it'll just be best. And if people like my channel, they'll support me in other ways. So I'll continue to do content. So I know some of you out there already support me, and I greatly appreciate that. And come the first of the year, I got some special stuff for those who are doing the supporting. So it's hard to be on top of videos every day, especially with this FTC thing and the holidays and that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna get back into the groove. I got some great things planned for 2020. So cannot see how someone under 13 would watch your style of videos. Yeah, I don't see why anybody would watch my style of videos, but apparently people do, and I appreciate that. So I mean, I have an 11-year-old and he doesn't even watch my videos, so I don't think kids are gonna watch it. I at least don't think they're going to be using the techniques that I use. I mean, I'm not saying kids can't build sophisticated models. I'm sure there's kids out there, but a TACOM kit with 2,500 pieces, I don't see a lot of people in general doing that, let alone a bunch of kids. So. And I think somebody would look at it and be like, yeah, 2,500 pieces, yeah, that's not, no kid's going to do that. So, which, it's great for me because I really, I am doing this kit right now, and it is a pretty simple kit. But I like the long builds, the complexity, and I like doing stuff that you don't really see on YouTube. Yeah, it does. It doesn't. You make very little. You make like a half a cent an ad, and the ad has to be watched. It's not very much. Most people that have YouTube that don't have millions and millions of followers, they get supported through like groups like Patreon, and there's other groups like you can support people through PayPal with one-time donations and things like that. So there's different things like that, and I'm gonna have a bunch of different venues set up. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna approach it, but I'm gonna keep the name. I'm not gonna change the name. If I need to change it in the future, I have a couple ideas, but I don't know. I like Crazy Gamer Models. I just enjoy it. I like the name. Always use that name, and it's it describes me. Yeah. Yeah, 3 months to build a model. People are crazy. I've been working on that Panther A, the painted Panther A, and I admit I don't work on it all as much as I'd like to because of the painting issue, but I've been working on that. It'll be coming up to probably a year in January or February. I'll have in that model, and it's the lower hull is almost done. I I mean, it's still. I mean, the lower hull is mostly all painted. I just have to assemble it, and it's good. It's one of the projects on the list that I'm looking to finish in 2020. But I'm looking to do. I'm looking to do some cool stuff to highlight things instead of just long, drawn out building processes that I want to do shorter. Some of the longer stuff, but also, well, they put an ejector pin right on the top side where they could have flipped the part over and put it on the bottom. That's funny. So, I'm going to continue the long builds. I'm still trying to determine what I'm going to do with the Yak Tiger and the painting issue. I have come up with some brush painting techniques for brush painting large flat surfaces. If you see this lower rear half of this ship here, I brush painted this whole thing. So it needs another coat and it needs to be cleaned up and sanded slightly. But as you can see, I mean, it nicked up because I've been working on this model, but it doesn't look bad. I mean, it's not going to look great on camera, but it doesn't look bad. One more light thin coat, and I think it would look good. And then put some varnish over it, and I think it's going to be a good looking method of brush painting large, long, flat surfaces. So, I'll be able to work on doing some of the larger pieces of the Yag Tiger or other things that have large flat areas that I've been avoiding because of the non-ability to spray it with the airbrush. Is that a good wow or a wow it looks like crap? Because I'm a pessimist and I'm going to take it as a wow that looks like crap. So I don't know. I know you like everything I do, Love Maze. I'm just messing with you. But I'm happy with the way it looks. That's 2 coats. That's a coat of brushed on primer. I use this Mr. Surfacer 1500. It stinks to high heaven, but I brushed it on and then I sanded it all smooth with some Tamiya 1500 sanding sponge, and that left a great surface for brush painting the Vallejo model color on. And one of my live streams from last week, I brush coated the first coat on, and it didn't look good at all. It looked bad. But then I sanded that back with some 1500, and it smoothed out that first coat. It took a lot of the first coat off, but it smoothed it out. And then I came in with some very thin of the model color, this Hall Red right here. Very thinned out with my own mixture of thinning solution, which I'm going to talk about in the future when I perfect this technique of this thin liquid that I use to thin the paint without turning it more into like a glaze, a little bit of an opaque glaze, and it brushes on very smooth, and it leaves a pretty smooth finish. When I showed it off in the last video before I nicked it all up and got it dirty building this model on it, it looked a lot better. And again, that was only 2 coats. It needed one more final coat, which I will do. This will come out as a test subject for painting for a while here. Alright, so it appears that okay, this goes there. Okay, we're gonna have to put these guns on first because it doesn't exactly expressly show where the lifeboat goes. I mean, it shows down here a general area of where the lifeboat goes after it's on. There next to there, but it's close to this gun, and then there is a raised section on this that is not on this instructions. Has all the other race sections, but not those race sections. So I'm going to put the medium gun turrets on and then see where the lifeboat goes. But the back two I can put on real quick. The back two, I'm going to brush on this Cement Deluxe. Oh guys, check it out. I put a gift thing up on YouTube earlier before I went live. You know, you guys should check it out after I'm done streaming. It's basically a gift guide for the scale modeler. You got a scale modeler in the family and you don't know what to get them, or you know, you're a scale modeler and you know, you want some ideas to give your family on what to get you. I talk about some basic stuff in that video. It's called Gift for Scale Modelers 2019. So it is it was uploaded right before I went live. So you guys can check it out. You know, if you guys want to. It's nothing real special. It's like 20-something minutes long. I don't cover everything in the world about scale modeling. I just cover some basic stuff. Like if you don't know anything about scale modeling and you want to get somebody a nice gift, I cover some great things in there that any scale modeler would like of any skill level. So, alright, let's find these mini guns here. Alright, so it is 52. 52 is here. So, two of these, 52. So let's clean this up here. So that's not a bad looking part. It has some mold seams on it, but not crazy. Wow, that's actually a pretty good looking part. So that's gonna go on, alright. Oh, there's an alarm right there, look at that. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna fit in that hole or not. Yeah, it does. Okay, so it shows them all pointed forward, but I'm going to turn it a little bit. You know, get them trained on something. That's my plan anyways. Yeah, I got a couple experiments going with the paint. I'm really trying, because I don't want to just build models and not paint anything. Yeah, you know, because, you know, buying stuff for scale modeling is hard. There's so much out there, and just, you know, it's hard, and people are gonna, you know, people don't know, you know, what's good. I mean, if you are a hardcore scale modeler and you do, you know, complicated builds and stuff, and someone brings you a tester's, you know, 20-piece kit, yeah, that's cool, thank you, that's awesome, but, you know, it's not really the type of scale modeling that you do. So, you know, things like that. Turn this around and put the other boats on. So it's in there. It goes from pretty high-end stuff down to just some reference material for you know, something that they're into. You know, find out, you know, I'll talk some of it about it here, but, you know, find out what they like to build. Like, do they like to build tanks, armor, cars, planes, ships? Find out their scale. The scale was scaled. Do they like 35th scale, 48th scale, you know, 1/350th scale, all that stuff. Find out if they what they like, and then, you know, there's tons of kits out there. You know, you really can't go wrong with a Tamiya kit. You just, I feel you can't go wrong with a Tamiya kit. So, because they go together so well. But you also can't go wrong with a Phonos kit either. You probably can't afford a Phonos kit, but you know, one of them end up under the tree, you will have a good Christmas right there. Because when it comes to upgrade kits for ships, they are fantastic. I think any kind of upgrade kit under the tree for a model would be an incredible gift. Not even getting them the model, just the upgrade kit, because that is normally cost more than the model itself. So, or you know, you got a stack, you know, your husband or your wife or your son or your brother or whatever, they're scale modelers, and they have a stash. Every scale modeler has a stash. Despite what they say, every scale modeler has a stash of model kits. Go look through their stash of model kits that haven't been built yet, and say, oh, you know what? I bet you there's an upgrade kit for that kit. I bet you if I get them that upgrade kit, that model's going to get built. So, you know, that's always an option right there. So, fortunate for me, something like that doesn't work because I normally buy my kits with the upgrade kits if they're available, because I'm a big upgrade kit fan, as many of you guys know who watch my channel regularly. I am a big fan of the upgrade kits. Alright, now we need a 16 here. This model's coming along. It is coming along pretty well. Yeah. Let's see here. So this guy's gonna go in here, hopefully. I'd say this ship's got a range of guns on it. I mean, you would think they would try to keep all the weapons the same ammunition, so you're not loading, you know, so much ammunition. Okay, I need 53s. I need 2 53s. You know, you have 20 different types of weapons. That's 20 different types of ammunition you have. And I know you need long range. Yeah, upgrade kits would make a difference. I know you have long range anti-aircraft, medium range anti-aircraft, and close range anti-aircraft. I'm aware of that. But, you know, it just seems like it's a lot of ammunition to keep track of and a lot of ammunition to load. I think they'd come up with a way to solve that issue. Well, I guess really they don't build battleships anymore, so I guess that really doesn't matter. So, no point with that. So, you know, you got a modeler that's into aircraft. You know, they got to stash tons of aircraft. You know, they got, you know, go out there, search for some EdArt upgrade kits. They got resin upgrade kits. They got PE upgrade kits, photo etch upgrade kits. You know, simple cockpit detail kit or engine detail kit for an aircraft model, you know, may make the difference. They may be like, oh, gee, I want to build that model now. You know? And a lot of people, they're not going to buy the upgrade kit themselves. You know? They're not going to, they don't want to buy the upgrade kit themselves, or, you know, they couldn't afford the upgrade kit. They just wanted the kit. But upgrade kit for the, you know, an upgrade kit for something in their stash, I think that's a good idea. Or some reference material for something in their stash. You know, you see they got a Bismarck or a Yamada or a Musashi, or, you know, any kind of World War II ship, or even the World War II ships that have been modernized, a cruiser, a destroyer. You know, find a book on that ship. You know, I'm sure they appreciate it, because in my book, you can't have too many reference books. Reference books are great. They're not expensive, and they really they really tie you to the model. It makes the model experience so much better. Like everything, I'm working on a model. I watch videos on that model. I listen to documentaries on that kit, on that model kit. Different types of things, and then I pick up another one. I'm watching the stuff on that one. It's just something I do. I enjoy that. I enjoy the experience of that. So I like reference material. And you guys know what kind of reference material I like. I like the full 3D drawings and all that stuff. So there we go. We got some guns on there, like there. So, all right. So that is all of step 10. And unfortunately, guys, you know what? I just realized something. We have not finished all of step 10. We have to put another 16 on the other side. I just realized that. So let's do that real quick. And then I'm going to have to call it because I have to take some medication. So, and I cannot take it later. So I have to go do that. Alright, so let's just clean this up a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry for not the long stream today. I'll be doing streams on and off this week. Streams really don't fall under that whole regulation thing. And even though I'm not monetized and I'm telling YouTube not to ever run ads on my channel, everybody's still in a panic and throwing hissy fits over the whole thing, especially if they make money. So, and with the holidays, I got family coming over next week, so it's going to be a little slow with Thanksgiving and everything. But I want to put out videos next week and stuff like that. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I know it was a short stream. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for all that stopped by and joined in. Thank you, JD Rose, Love Minis. Thanks for all the comments. And if you're watching this later, check out the gift guide video on the channel and, leave a like and a comment on this video. And also you can join me on social media. If you want some gift ideas for somebody, send me an email and tell me some information about them. And, I can recommend gifts based on, the kind of stuff that I know about the modeling world. You can hit me up on social media. And again, if you want to support the channel, because I am no longer going to get every support through YouTube, you can join me on Patreon. There's going to be a lot of Patreon content that goes up on there, since that is who's going to be supporting me mainly. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. I am the Crazy Gamer, and you guys have a fantastic day.